Welcome back to Stocklabs, another market recap. Finally made it to Labor Day weekend, so summer's officially over by next week. Summer trading is over, so all the professionals will be back next week to decide what they're going to do into the end of the year. For the week that led us into Labor Day weekend, it was kind of a mixed bag a little bit. Dow was up 1%, S&P was up 0.25%, Russell down 10 basis points, 12 basis points, NASDAQ was down 80 basis points. It's kind of a do-nothing week for the most part, just a lot of chopping around. I sort of thought there was going to be a little more lift toward the back half of the week into the weekend. That didn't. We were up on Friday, but didn't really materialize in the way that I imagined it would. Treasury is also down almost 2% for the week. At least TLT was down 1.8%, and got EM down 1%, crude down 1.5%. So mixed to risk off-ish overall across everything. And if we look at our leadership stocks for this past week, only two of them were even up. Apple and Amazon up 0.9 and 0.8 respectively. Microsoft flat. Facebook down 1 1/3, Google down 1.5, Tesla down almost 3, and Nvidia down like 8%. They had earnings which were good, but apparently not impressive enough for investors. If you look at industries for the week, they also were a bit of a mixed bag, as represented by up here. We've got tech down 0.7. Worst performer, healthcare was down 0.5%. Services down 0.4. Materials down 0.5%. Consumer down 0.25%. And financials and industrials both up 16 basis points. Utilities up over 0.5%. So, again, kind of a risk-off mix to how these are distributed. Subsector-wise, there wasn't a whole lot that was very bullish for the week. We only have electronics and wholesale materials, even up 5%. The rest of everything was more subdued. And on the downside, a couple of sectors down over 5%, but nothing really leading. Okay, EVs, Tesla's mixed in here, but EVs are not really like a crucial part of the American economy, actually. So not really that big of a deal. Cannabis is always down. Drugstores, I don't know, CVS or Walgreens, these stocks are perpetually down. And air services, I don't know. But for the most part, just a lot of chop and no clear direction for the week overall. If we look at breadth by market cap, we've got 1 to 5 billion cap companies down 24 basis points, 5 to 10 billion cap up 7, 10 to 50 billion up 18, kind of whatever. 50 to 100 billion up 1.3, so big jump. And 100 billion cap companies or higher up 67 basis points. So again, a large divergence between the stocks that are larger in cap size versus the stocks that are smaller. So, for the most part, you see people kind of hiding out in the bigger names. So, that is something that we see fairly commonly in recent years. And if we look at intelligence for the coming week, we've got Bitcoin bullish, blockchain bullish, some other blockchain thing bullish, Dow Jones Internet bullish, the dry bulk shipping index bullish, Microsoft bullish, Ultra Tech bullish, semiconductors bullish, and some crypto thing bullish. So, I mean, looks pretty risk on surface. On the downside, we've got natty gas bearish, inverse Bitcoin is bearish, so bullish Bitcoin. Bear Nvidia is bearish, so bullish Nvidia. EVs bearish, and VIX, midterm VIX futures bearish. Overall, I think you kind of have to be on the lookout for a little bit of a trend change. I mentioned next week we'll have all the big fund managers, the real professional money will be back, more active trading. So, a lot of times you see these big guys come back to their hedge fund, they just start selling everything once they get back from Labor Day, and then everybody reassesses sort of toward the end of September or into October what the deal is going to be for the rest of the year. For me, I would kind of expect a little bit of an up move, at least starting in the week. Just start the month a little bit bullish, but by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I would expect some downside action, and for that to sustain for at least a couple weeks. But yeah, overall, I think the market is not really in any danger into the end of the year. Maybe you get one more decent size pullback, and then from there, probably just go straight up into the end of the year. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but yeah, just keep your wits about you. The market characteristics will change from what they've been the last couple summer months, in the next, starting next week and over the next couple weeks. So keep that in mind, and be back next week to see how we're going, starting into the final third of the year. So talk to you later. Bye.